Next, we're going to talk about creating courses in the new Sabre training, and this is probably one of the most important sections because this is something you'll be doing quite frequently, so a lot of detail to get through. So let's get started. Jumping over to the courses tab in the Sabre training application, and I've already clicked on courses up here in the main menu, and it brings us to this page, and what we can see are two tabs. One with the self-paced lessons on it, the old personal trainer lessons. So these you can actually just search through and see the courses here, and you can launch the course from here as well. We're going to concentrate today by looking over here on the instructor-led courses because these are the ones you're going to need to add. At the bottom you can see courses that have already been created, and you can search within them here as well. You can put text search, you can search by language, date ranges, time zone, which team, and also which instructor even. So you can come down to look at those, and you can also look at cancelled courses as well if you would like. Remember, not all of these options are seen by customers. Some of them obviously are just for you, for your course creation and management. So let's go ahead and start to create a brand new course, and then we'll take a look at some of the information that we can see on this screen once we've done that, because it will make a little bit more sense. So I'm hitting the create a new instructor led course, and it brings me to the page, and you can see here there are a few sections to fill in. So we have there's the main, time and location, connectivity and tools, training resources, fees and cancellation policy, and the security and visibility. At the bottom you can see it says create course and save as a preset, and also create course. And at the top I've got the option to choose a preset. So one thing that I am able to do when I finish all of my work and I've created my course, I can create it and save it as a preset. So the next time I create a course which is the same or similar, then I can just start from my preset. If I don't want to save it as a preset, I just hit create course, and that's all I need to do. If I want to get ahead and I want to create one or two presets for when I need them, I can just click course preset, and then I can then work through from either a preset or from scratch and start something completely new. And when I'm done, I'll just save it as a preset, so it doesn't create a new course. So there's nothing that goes live today, but it just becomes ready for me to use another time. So I'm going to hit that back to normal because we're going to create this and we're going to schedule it, and we're going to do it from scratch so we see the whole process. So let's get started with that, and we'll do that by clicking on main, and this is where we start. So let's go ahead and type in the course title, so Gary's automated exchange class. And then over here, I don't need, well, I do need a type. So this is going to be a virtual class. Normally over here, you would just see virtual, on-site, and classroom. So those would be the main three you would use. We can create more of those if you need them. You just need to let us know. And then I need to assign a topic. We've already covered topics. So I will just use that one there. I would probably just use the topic automated exchanges, but that will do for demonstration purposes. Over here you can see I've got maximum seats and maximum wait lists. So how many people would I like to allow to attend my class? Well, let's go for 12. I think that will do. And what if a few of those drop out? So let's give 5 wait list places as well. And then we have the instructor as well. So I need to say who's going to be taking this class. So we'll say that's me. And the market is indeed EMEA. The training email is correct there. Then I need to give it a description. So all about Gary's exciting automated exchanges class. So I could type as much or as little in there as I needed to, and that's the basics. So that's the outline of the class setup. So let's go on and decide when we're going to do this. So time zone looks correct for me. When will we do that? So if we click on the little calendar here, it'll give me a nice calendar. Let's go forward. Tuesday the 5th of September. Start date, start time, end time. And if I wish to, I can add more dates and times to this as well if we're required to do that. We need to give it a language, and the reason we do that is because not all classes are going to be obviously held in one particular language, and also when you're using the website, you might be viewing it in, say, the English or the French version of Agency eServices, but you might want to actually subscribe yourself into a class in French or German if that's your native language. So that is something that you can do from here. You can look, you can search through the classes for the classes in your language, and you can subscribe to those. So when you're setting up the class, you do need to say which language it is in, and then you need to give the country as well. So we'll just use a test one here because we haven't got these things all set up in the test environment. Now, I said this is a virtual class, so we're going to go ahead in a moment and add in the bridge details and things. But what if it wasn't a virtual? What if it was a real place? Then I would be able to come in here and I would be able to say the country is the United States, the city is New York, and you'll see at the bottom here the map is updating with what I put here. So I guess we could say the Empire State Building would be a nice place to actually have our class. And you can see, as I've been doing that, the map at the bottom has been following along, and we now actually have homed right in on the Empire State Building, which is great. So if I wish to, I can zoom out a little bit to show a little bit more context, or if I wish to also, I could zoom right in to show that that detail, so people can see also that they can see where the location is and where they might go for lunch. And the good news is, once I've saved this and it goes out in an email, if it is a location, then customers will see this map exactly as I have it here, and they will then be able to click on it and they will be able to do their own zooming around as well. So that's a really nice little add-on there for customers. I'm going to turn the location off because we're not really going to be going to the Empire State Building, sadly, today. And we're going to go on to look at the connectivity and tools, and we need to put in a bridge number. So it's a London number, so 020-8888-9999. Conference code 1234. Student pin, you can turn that on if you wish to, if it's a top secret course. So we'll say there's a student pin there, and if I wanted to add in a WebEx, I can do that here as well. So I'll just put in my WebEx link there, and that is my connectivity and tools added. Probably we want to give some people some reading to do before the class, so they turn up and they know some of what we're going to talk about. So I will go in here, add in my document. And remember, this is all just test stuff we have in here. It's not really going to apply to this course. And that's now added. And I can see here that some details about that particular document as well, as we covered when we talked about training resources. If I want to, I can just remove it from here as well if I've changed my mind. We also talked about fees and cancellation policies in an earlier video, so I'm not going to take up your time by talking about it again here. I'm going to assume that you are an expert on what you see in front of you now. The only thing that is interesting on this screen is that from the preset, I can actually select a policy that we've already created. So if you remember, we created Gary's test policy, and I can apply it to this course as simple as that. So we have that all up and running. We also talked a little bit about security and visibility in previous chapters, but not in any depth. And I'm going to cover that in a separate filters video as well. So when you get to that, you will understand all of what you see in front of you here. But just know that this is where you can decide how you want your class to be shown to customers, where you want it to be shown, I should say, because by default, all of the classes you create are going to be global. And you probably don't want them to be global. You probably want them to be regional or even more specific than that. So from here, you'll be able to select countries and regions and other filters as well. And I'll show you in a later video exactly how to apply filters here to Sabre training. So that's it. So we have added in here all of our details. our time and location, our connectivity and tools. We've added our resources. We've updated our fees and cancellation policy. We've applied our filter here. And now I'm going to create the course and save it as a preset for the next course that I conduct at the Empire State Building. And then once that is done, that will be my course complete.